There we go. Right, rolling one last time for this evening, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All out. Yeah. If we don't all die of heat stroke first. Welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a normally Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your Games Master, or rather your Bear Master for tonight. And I'm joined once again by our regular cast members of Mr. Stu Jackson.
Hello.
Mr. Neil Kelly.
Hello.
And Miss Amy Chislett.
Hello.
Hello, folks. So this is going to be the last of our little Honey Heist episodes. So once again, should hopefully be our last one without Darren Mafucci. Hopefully, we'll have him back for your listening pleasure very, very soon. Welcome back, folks. We're playing Honey Heist as I've said, rather than Pathfinder tonight. You guys are making some good progress. How are you feeling about the sudden plot twist that just happened, that just occurred?
Oh, it's very
Dark.
sad. It's very sad.
Dark.
I'd taken a liking to him.
It just seems that Steve was a bit expandable.
Oh.
There we go. That was good. That was good.
That was. Although jokes like that can be a bit polarising.
Here we go. Come on, Neil. Bring us home with a pun about Honey Badger.
Pressure's on.
I'm resisting. I don't want to.
Oh dear.
Don't make me do it.
Neil doesn't want to show us up because he's a team player, isn't that right, Neil?
That's right, yeah.
Can I say before we get into the game, I realised like 2 episodes ago you asked me what I've been up to lately, and I just went, nothing. I actually now today I committed to learning a new musical instrument.
What's that?
The saxophone.
Wow.
I bought myself a saxophone.
Awesome. Are you going to learn Baker Street?
That will definitely be one of the ones on there. Definitely, that's one of my favourites. Baker Street.
What kind of saxophone have you got, Stu? Have you got an alto, a baritone, a tenor?
It's actually a beginner's saxophone. It's a plastic one, would you believe?
Okay.
From this company that makes plastic instruments for people to learn and begin on.
Okay.
So it's neither. It's kind of in the key of C.
It's in the key of H.
Is it one of those little pocket things?
It's not quite pocket, but it is much smaller than a normal saxophone, yeah.
Can you get a baritone saxophone?
Yes, you can. Oh, no.
Oh.
The heat's getting to me. I thought you were asking a legitimate question. Can you get a baritone sax? I didn't. It took me about a second after you said it for me to hear the pun. I was like... baritone sax.
Yeah,
oh dear.
we just had to bear with you until you got it.
That's appreciated. That's appreciated. Honestly, I'm surprised that when I was describing the Padding Don's Speakeasy, and I was describing like the swing music and the jazz and the saxophone and stuff, I'm surprised that joke didn't come up then.
I'm not
done.
that quick on my feet.
Fair
That's
enough.
pretty quick in this episode. What can I say? That was good.
I don't have a list of their puns ready at hand.
She says with a look that betrays that she absolutely does.
I'll be prepared.
Prepared. No, I'll stop. That's me trying to force it. I'll stop. But yeah, going back to the game. What does everyone think of Honey Heist so far? You enjoying it?
Lots
Yeah.
of fun. Lots
Yeah.
of fun.
And I think that's
I
everything
was
you're going to
looking for a
say.
pun and I
What do
couldn't
you
find
want?
one.
We highly recommend it. Go and download it because Dom's now about to give you the website.
I am. If you have been listening and you want to check out this fantastic game and you haven't already, make your way over to GS Howitt. That's Howitt, WITT. .itch.io, and there will be a link in the description for you to grab it for yourself. The game is free if you want it to be, or alternatively you can support the developer with a little bit of money. They've got a Patreon. The games themselves are mostly pay what you think they're worth, and they are certainly worth sort of the price of a cup of coffee, or the price of a pint of beer, or whatever amorphous currency you choose to do them.
We're fully on the barter system here, aren't we?
Bit of honey wrapped up in a £5 note.
That's it. And appropriately sealed with cling film, so it doesn't go everywhere.
Sweeten the deal.
There we go. All right then, folks. Shall we jump back into what will be the final part of our Honey Heist adventure tonight?
It's been unbearable to wait.
It would be absolutely unbearable to make you wait any longer.
I'm going to stop.
That's fine. Gives us content to put out.
Just need to put in the odd pause though.
What? So you can edit? Oh dear, not again.
Oh, you poor thing.
And they are staying in, Dom. I am not editing them out.
Yeah, I know. I tell you what, one thing I am sad about is as part of my notes from this game, I think it was from the first episode, you all talked about acquiring a lawnmower, a dustbin and a signpost as part of your master plan, and you've not done that yet. I'm very, very, very sad.
To make a tank, because we're the B team.
I get it. I like it. And so, all right, our bear venturers, Baz, Bernie, and PB, otherwise known as the B team, have accepted a job from the Paddington to basically stage a heist on HoneyCon, which is a big honey-based event happening on a convoy of inexplicably connected bendy trucks that's driving around central London. And the job they've taken on is to basically infiltrate this convention and steal the honey that is being hoarded on there by Paddington's nemesis, a man who is so obsessed with honey it has turned him yellow, and who may have been described as the poo at one or more times. They've started forming a plan. They went to the docks to meet with the Don's inside bear, a white bear by the name of Steve, dressed in a red jumper and a yellow scarf. After a brief misunderstanding in which Steve thought that they had been sent to off him, he led them on a chase through the docks district, but was eventually captured by the honey badger rage of Baz. Bursting through a pile of boxes and capturing the runaway bear. As you explained what was going on, you explained that you weren't there to harm him, you were there because you were working with the Don, and he gave you some information as well as a map of the route, and promised to try and get you onto the convoy whilst you went away, did some planning of your own. As you returned to the dockside near sundown, you discovered an unsettling sight. Your contact, Steve the Bear, was not there to be seen to meet you. And as you entered the place that he'd been living out of, you found him suspended by his yellow scarf from the rafters. And that is where we bring ourselves back in, folks. So with this very sad sight in front of you, what would you all like to do?
I didn't think that rafter was load bearing.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I've finally made a bear pun and nobody seems to appreciate it.
A man has died, Neil. A man has died.
No, a
Yeah, but you know,
died.
you think of a joke, you've got to say it, haven't you? It's like dad jokes. You're not allowed not to say it
That's
once
it.
you've thought of it.
That's it.
Once you thought of the pun.
An anthropomorphic bear.
Yeah, but
I'll get him down.
Yeah, easy enough to do. Easy enough to do there, Bernie. And as you do sort of get Steve down, you find that sort of clasped in his hand, sort of very, very tightly, you see that there is a piece of paper sort of crunched very, very tightly in his left hand.
Okay. Read it.
Okay, so first up, it seems that rigor mortis has set in. His fingers are clamped very tightly around this piece of paper.
How long were we in that coffee shop?
The coffee shop is a wibbly wobbly, timey wimey place where nothing makes sense. A bit like this game. Yeah, so I would like you to please roll for bear, Bernie.
Whoa, fail, 4.
Isn't your score 4 already?
No, I'm on 3.
You're on 3. Okay, fair enough. That is a failure. Okay. So as you're sort of trying to pull his fingers open, you can't quite do it. It's getting very frustrating as you do so, Bernie. And you do eventually manage to pry the fingers open, but not without tapping into your more primal anger. Please move a point from criminal into bear.
Yay.
So you do eventually pull the fingers apart, and this piece of paper drops onto the floor.
I would like to ask at this point, because I've now moved a point from criminal to bear, I can voluntarily move a point in either direction by doing special things, it says in the rules. Now, I'm hoping this is not anything inappropriate, because we're over Zoom anyway, so, it's going to be quite difficult for me to... Yeah, what do I need to do, Dom? Shut me up before I continue.
So, if you would like to move a point from bear into criminal, Stu, I will need to give you. I will need you to give me a short flashback scene, a flashback to a moment in the bar. Sorry, a moment in the coffee shop just recently, where the three of you were planning your heist.
Okay, we were poring over the map. We were looking at the route, looking at the various twists and turns, as Bernie was reminiscing about times he might have driven about different streets, and he sees one, and it's next to a big green department store where every year they have a special stuffed bear that they sell, and it's different every year. And he turns to everyone and says, "I modelled for that one year, you know."
And as we have this flashback and the world sort of returns to normal, you remember your criminal roots, and you can put that point back into criminal.
Okay, I didn't realise it had to be criminal related.
Well, it's I
brobbed my way into it. I brobbed my way into modelling.
Yeah, it has to be related to the heist, and I think that was just tenuously related enough that I'll allow it.
Okay. Cool. Right, thank you. Right, with that, then, yeah. Unless anyone else wants to pick up the paper and read it.
Right, who can read?
Did we go to like a bear school to read? Or
Yeah, you went to bear school. You can understand what other bears have written.
Don't know how they get the pens in there.
So let's see what it says then.
Yeah, all right. So you unfurl this note, and initially you start reading it, and it seems a very strange thing to see to see a note of. It seems to be just a note sort of detailing basically, it seems to be a letter to a family member. Sort of, oh, hello, Mummy Steve. Steve will be coming to visit you soon. Don't you worry. I will make sure to have that lovely roast chickens that you wanted to try ready. And you start reading this, and you think it's a very strange thing to find in this guy's hand. And then you start looking a bit closer, and you can see that there is definitely, the way it's written is not a natural way of writing. There is definitely a code of some sort here.
Just as I thought.
Is it like a skip code? Maybe?
I tell you what, anybody who would like to can roll for criminal to see if you can figure this out.
That's all roll for. I'm going to roll for criminal.
2.
2.
2. There we go. So as Baz and Bernie sort of take a look at this, you see that the writing is off. You suspect there's something strange going on here, and you inspect the paper a little more closely, and there is the definite scent of honey on the paper itself. And sort of thinking, what could this mean? What could this honey mean? You take some of the honey from your £5 note bags, and you smear the honey across the paper, and you watch as the ink on the paper changes before your eyes to reveal a hidden message.
Ooh, what does the message say?
Okay, so you sort of smear this honey over the paper, and as you do so, you begin to you begin to look further at it, and it says it doesn't really say anything in terms of like it's not written in prose, but there are a few very key, almost bullet points written down for you, and you quickly gather that the message that has been left for you, it's a grid reference. It's a grid reference that corresponds to a section you recognise on the map.
Right. Is it a section anywhere near the A4?
It is not. However, you sort of take a second to pull the map out and cross-reference the two pieces of information, and you see that the grid reference that Rupert has given you indicates a place. Steve, I keep doing it. God damn it! The character was based on Rupert the Bear, in case you hadn't guessed. But I called him Steve.
Now. I think even our most obtuse listeners have kind of got that now.
It's probably for copyright purposes. Other bears are available.
That's it. No, I called him Steve as a gag, and then I completely forgot I called him Steve. That's the power of Rupert Bear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
You forgot his middle name.
I did. I've forgotten his middle name in real life. So
The.
That's right. That's right. But yes. So the message that Steve has left for you. Steve, not Rupert. Steve. You look at the map and you see that it's not anywhere near the A4. It's kind of more on the other side of the route. It's about halfway round in relation to the A4 itself. But you do see that the grid reference that's been given to you shows an old disused railway bridge that passes across the convoy route. So the convoy route goes underneath this bridge.
Yeah, you see this bit here, just to the east of Greenwich. Yeah, that's where he's pointing to.
In fact, as you're kind of looking at this note, and the smell of honey comes wafting into your noses, especially as you've been studying the paper so closely here. I would like you all to roll for criminal, please.
1.
5.
5.
No, failed.
It does. So those of you who have failed, the smell of honey sparks a bit of primal greed in your minds. Please move a point from bear to criminal. That's for Baz and for.
Oh, that works out actually.
Back to 3.
And yeah, so you have this this bit of paper in your hand. What would you like to do?
Anyone, any idea what this means?
Well, I wonder why he's identified this particular spot. Maybe something to do with the bridge.
The bridge.
Yeah. Maybe if we knock the bridge down, we can stop the convoy.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Maybe that's the, like, rather than what we were thinking, maybe that's the easy answer, is we just stop the convoy, go in, kill everyone, and get the bee and the... Well, not the bee. We don't kill the bee. But we kill everyone else. Not each other, just saying. PB. Looking at you, PB. Don't kill each other, but we kill everyone else. But not the queen. And we grab the queen and the honey, and we leg it.
Do I just run away?
Well, we can take that road. Oh gosh, which one is it now? Like, it leads straight up to the M25. Oh crikey! Yeah, I know the road I mean. Anyway, yeah, we can take that one on the M25. It's heading out towards Kent though. Don't want to go that way. Dodgy people live in Kent. But we can go around the M25, back onto the M4. Or we can actually take the M3. Head off to Wiltshire way. I reckon there's a nice little place in Wiltshire we can go to, Honeyfest, where it'll be safe. Yeah. Nice little pub called Barge Inn.
So
Just barge in there, it'll be fine.
Well, yeah, you'll work up a bit of a first, killing all those people, won't you? I mean, can't we just sort of get in and nick the truck? Let's just find out which truck the honey's in and nick it.
yeah, like what time does this convention start? Can we just get there before it starts and break in?
Charm our way in, find which truck's got the honey in, and you drive it away.
Okay.
Easy.
And as regards the queen of the queen bees, well, he's bound to come after us, isn't he?
Oh.
So that's when he falls into our trap, which I haven't quite worked out yet.
What? Why near the shit?
But we don't need to get him to the truck before we go, because if we take the truck, he'll follow us with his bee.
What if we kidnap the poo and we can hold him for ransom as well? Take him to the Paddington. So yeah, we can get like a bonus.
I'm thinking either or. We either just nick the truck or we kidnap the Don. So if we hijack the truck, the Don will come after us, and we'll have him. Or if we kidnap the Don, we'll demand the truck as ransom.
Can't we just kidnap both of them and take the honey and the bee?
Because that's hard work. We only need to take one, and the other one will come with it.
Well, if we get the poo and the honey and the bee, they're all in one location, and then we don't have to go back somewhere
But
else.
are they all in one location though?
Oh no, because they said that his he'll be on the truck thing because that's
that's
he's got a
easy
room
then,
there. Yeah.
We just hijack the truck.
Yeah.
As you guys are having this conversation, PB, you're sort of you're sort of glancing around the area, sort of making sense of what's happened here, and just as you're kind of getting to the conclusion of what you're about to do, you spot a red dot on Bernie's forehead. What would you like to do?
What?
There's a thing on your forehead.
Swat it away with my hand.
Tuck.
So as you go to swat whatever this is on your head away, Bernie, you turn to one side. There is a deafening loud bang, and you see the wall behind you explodes. And you look up onto the rafters, and you see hanging through a hole in the ceiling, hanging by a long black and orange striped tail, you see a tiger holding a sniper rifle.
Well, that's not very much fun.
What would you all like to do?
We'll leap on him with my claws and...
Can I have a
I'm thinking
flashback?
fucking run.
Yeah, so in this moment, as this deafening noise happens and the bullet smashes into the wall, PB would like a flashback. What are you flashing back to?
Okay, so I'm flashing back to when we were in the coffee shop, and I excused myself for a quick minute and snuck into the kitchen. And in the kitchen, I found copious amounts of different sorts of bleach and cleaning products, and I ferreted some of them away. And I've basically made some like kind of grenade bomb things that I can flash back. So I've got those in my pocket.
Yeah.
And then now we're back. So I've got some grenades to throw. Yeah.
Absolutely. I tell you what. So PB, please move a point from bear into criminal.
Yeah.
And then roll for criminal for me. I'm assuming you're throwing one of these bombs, these
Yes.
grenades.
Hold a 5.
Oh no. Oh dear, PB. You go to throw this grenade, and then you're halfway through throwing it as you remember that you are a bear. You don't know how chemicals work, and the thing explodes in your hand, frustrating you no end. Please move that point back from criminal to bear. So
It's no good chucking things at tigers anyway. They're bouncy.
Bernie and Baz, what are you doing?
Close out. Attack.
PB
Rip
is just
his
running around on
throat
fire.
He's got a high velocity rifle, which I'm going to take cover.
Right, so Bernie, I would like you to roll for bear, please.
Oh, that's a fail. 4.
Oh no! You sort of lash your claws out, and you go to leap in the air, and then as you do so, the tiger retracts on his tail and just zips out of the way. You find this very frustrating. Bernie, please move a point from criminal to bear. Baz?
I'm staying hidden.
You're just gonna cower.
I'm just staying hidden, yeah.
Just gonna cower. I like it.
I'm going
I
to cower,
like it.
yes.
There is another bang as once again the rifle this tiger is holding is fired. It's fired towards you, BP. Please roll for bear.
PB.
BP.
BP.
I think
You there, Amy?
It's PB. PB, not BP.
Wait, why am I rolling?
Oh, I would like you to roll for bear because you are being shot at.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were shooting.
Well, so it's PB, not BP.
Yeah.
BP. That's a different thing entirely.
I rolled a 5.
Rolled a 5. Oh no.
5 is my number today.
That's it. Well, you sort of get hit by this rifle round. It's very painful. Makes you very angry, PB. Please put another point from criminal into bear. What are you guys doing? This tiger is still there with a rifle. What would you like to do?
I am going to grab a bamboo pole that's resting up on the side of this building, and I'm going to pole vault into where this tiger is. And I'm going to slap him with my claws.
Yeah, roll for bear.
Yeah. Roll 4.
There you go. I mean, that's a success, right? Because you're.
Oh, does it count if I'm now 4 bear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
then
if you
yes.
roll equal to or under, it's a success.
Yes, that is a success.
Yeah. You grab your bamboo there, PB. I'm trying to say BP. I've really got to stop myself.
PB.
And PB, that's it. With your natural affinity for bamboo, you grab this pole that is there for some reason. You spring into the air, you leap toward the tiger, claws flashing out, and you grab hold of it and drag him down to the ground. Baz and Bairdy, what are you doing?
Oh, now he's down on the ground. I'm up for it. Yeah, I'll come out of cover and I'll go for him.
Right. Are you using your carnage there?
I'll use my carnage, yes.
All right. I would like you to roll for bear. Roll twice and take your lowest roll.
1.
There we go. So as PB drags the tiger to the ground, you spring out from behind cover, just teeth flashing, mouth frothing, claws flashing as you do so, and you tear the tiger to pieces.
They say never kick a man when he's down, but that's the best time to kick him.
Yeah.
Keep him alive, he'll have answers.
And as you tear into this tiger, there, Baz, you inexplicably find that he is carrying with him three uniforms that look like they might be worn by guards of some sort.
And do they fit us? Let's try them on.
As you try to pull on these strange tight-fitting uniforms, they do all sort of slick and shape to your bodies. You find your fur and your flab being sort of sucked into place as these all fit you almost exactly perfectly.
Flab is all muscle, mate.
Yeah, what are you saying?
How dare you?
Now then, this rifle can we use this? Anyone know how to use this thing? Is this part, because this could come in handy, couldn't it? A high velocity rifle with a laser sight.
I can't drive it.
Can't drive it. PB, do you know how to shoot it?
I mean, I could flash back to when I had a horrible time in some war.
It's got to be specifically to do with this heist.
Let's just take it anyway, because we'll work it. Better to have it and not need it.
Do you need thumbs to work a gun?
Yes.
I mean, to work it well, maybe.
Yeah, you need to grip it. You need to with both hands.
Maybe PB can flash back to that time she was being shot at by this gun and she saw how it works.
Some kind of like mind palace, like internal workings of the.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you are the expert because you've actually been shot by it. So.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, all right. Describe your flashback for me there, PB.
Okay, so what I'm thinking of is like the CSI shots when they get the CG out and they're doing the shooting from the gun, and it's just reversed. So, and then I see all the inner workings of a gun as it just sort of goes backwards, and I'm like, oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah, all right. I mean, it doesn't improve your weapon handling ability, but it does let you move a point from bear to criminal.
And shooting a gun is definitely got to be criminal.
That's it. So yeah, you guys have this rifle, you have these uniforms, you have this cryptic grid reference. What would you like to do?
I guess we're ready.
When is the HoneyCon taking place?
You know that it is taking place the day after tomorrow.
Shall we go and look at this? Where this place is, this bridge thing?
Yeah.
Or do we know where the truck might be now?
You've got no idea where the truck is, where the trucks are at the moment. The map only shows the route it's taking, not where they're being stored before the event.
Does it show the start point of the route?
No, actually, it's curious. It seems like there are sort of 3 or 4 places where the event is starting, i.e. 3 or 4 places where people are being picked up to join the event, but there's no one defined start point.
I think we should go to this bridge location. We've got time before the truck starts.
Let's do that then.
Yeah, okay. Shall we nick a car and our driver's there?
Yeah.
Right. Look for a car to nick.
Yeah, it's central London. There's quite a few around. Are you carjacking one, or are you taking one that's like on the side of the road?
Carjacking's easier because then it's got the keys.
Yeah, but you don't want to just jack any car now. I plan to drive like a dick, so let's look for a BMW.
Easy enough to do.
There's plenty of them.
Yeah, we can just hover at a right-hand junction and check the cars without indicators.
And before too long, you find several. And you approach your vehicle of choice. How are you acquiring it?
Looking for a car with just one driver and no passengers, preferably. I'll just walk over to it, open the driver door, drag him out.
Let's roll for... I think there's a fine line here. You can choose to roll for bear or for criminal.
Well, either way, I've got 3 points of each, so I'll go for bear. There's a bear. Well, actually, opening the door is a bit criminal. I'm going to have to work that out, but... Actually, no, he's got the window down, so I can just drag him out through the window.
Yeah, sure. Roll for bear.
5. Failed.
You go to pull this guy out of the car, and for some reason a bear in a trilby hat walking directly towards his car has spooked the guy a bit, and he rolls the window up as you get to him. It's very frustrating there, Baz. Move a point from criminal to bear.
Like honey badgers are only 30 centimetres high.
I'll go over, take the hat off, and open the car door and roar at him to get out the car.
Yeah, roll for bear.
Oh, a 6. That's not good.
As you roar in the face of this guy, a fly flies down your throat and you cough and splutter midway through. The guy in the car looks very scared and also very confused, and literally puts the car into gear, twists the steering wheel and floors it out of that particular place. And you see he bounces off of a post box as he does so, but he drives off down the road. And you start to hear sirens in the distance. That was very frustrating for you, Bernie. Please move a point from criminal to bear.
Oh, I'm dangerously close now.
What's everyone on, out of curiosity?
I'm even.
4-2, bear criminal.
5 and 1.
Well, PB is going to plonk themselves down in the middle of the road and look like the most adorable panda that you have ever seen. So no one could possibly run over a panda, and they would have to stop their car and come out to see what all the fuss is, leaving an opportunity for my friends to get in.
PB.
Yeah.
See if you can get a panda car.
Yeah. Looking for a panda car.
Nice. All right. Let's have a roll for bear. You are being distractingly adorable.
Yeah.
Roll twice.
I rolled a 1 and a 6, so that was lucky.
Take the 1. There we go. And you do hear these. You hear these sirens getting closer, sort of to investigate what's going on, and then with a screech of tyres, this police car, this panda car, comes screeching around the corner and comes to a dead stop meters in front of you, and you see the 2 police officers inside sort of step nervously out of the car and start looking around, seeing what's going on, and they see you sat there, PB. God damn it, PB. Too many B's, too many P's. I can't deal with it. And they look at you, PB, and they say, "Oh, Sarge, there's a panda bear in the middle of a traffic jam. Oh, that's so cute, that is." And at this point they are distracted. What would the rest of you like to do?
Go on, Paz. Kill him.
Let's get in their panda car. Get in the...
I'll make my way over, but falling over cutely, and just sort of slowly inching my way over so I can sort of jump in as you speed past.
Oh, look! It can't stand up, Sarge. Oh, it's so adorable. Oh, it's a bit of a shame though. Seeing how clumsy it is, I'm not surprised they're dying out. Oh actually, officer, what the reason they're dying out is because they're not getting the proper support they need from the government. You know, they just need to be encouraged to live properly. Oh, but Sarge, but what if it's more that I heard it was more because they're not breeding. And these 2 police officers start getting into a big argument about the real reason for pandas becoming extinct, and you are able to slip into the car unnoticed, PB. Along with everybody else.
We'll jump in the car as well. Yes.
Yeah, Bernie's going to go into the driver's seat while that's happening as well.
All right, you do so, and I'm assuming you're just like honk honk, get in, bitches.
Yeah.
Put the sirens on.
Yeah.
Quick, blues and twos.
All right, please roll for bear. Please roll for criminal. With your driver bonus. Roll twice and take the lowest.
Shit.
Roll twice and take the lowest.
One of those needs to be a 1, though. That was a 2. That's a 4.
Oh, you're 5 and 1, are you?
I'm 5 and 1.
Oh, okay.
And I failed.
I mean, do you want to do anything about that, Stu? Just before I say.
Well, I would like to, as I'm firing up the car, just have a flashback to a flashback to when we were talking to the Padding Don, and he was talking away, he was yammering about something. I wasn't really paying attention, and I was thinking to myself, do you know what would be really, really good is if at some point we get the chance to nick a police car, because then I can go along with the sirens blazing and the lights flashing, and we can break the speed limit but do it and not get pulled over for it, and how incredibly awesome that would be.
I will allow you to move a point from bear back into criminal for that.
Ooh.
Which will turn that into a success.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a note, that is the only time I will allow you to do that whilst on 5.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sort of remembering this moment about how epic it was going to be, about stealing a police car and just driving through the streets willy-nilly. You remember what you're doing, you remember what you're there for. Left foot down, in gear, right foot down, left foot up, shoot away, and with a screech of tyres and blaring sirens, Bernie makes a getaway from the scene of the crime as these 2 dumbfounded police officers, they start chasing after you for a second, then they realise they can't keep up, and they're like, and they stop, and you guys won't hear this, but the camera kind of pans back to them for a second, and you just hear one of them say to the other, "Oh no, It happened again. And yeah, you screech off into the distance with your police car, Bernie. As you're driving away, let me just have another driving roll, please.
Oh, I won that time. My first roll.
There you go. So as you're herring down some of the roads, sort of weaving in and out of cars, very, very expertly. The other two of you, if you'd ever been in a car before, you might be impressed. But you're a bear, so it's not that much different. You don't really know what's impressive about or not. But yeah. You screech through the city block, sort of going left and right, making it impossible for anybody to follow you, Bernie. And just as you screech round one last corner, you see a very strange sight. You see part of this vehicle looks like it's a lorry, but it's kind of attached via a long rubber tube to another lorry. And then to another behind it, and then to another behind it. And you can see that the outer chassis of these trucks, it's a bit rusty, there are bits falling off it, the windows are broken in places, one of the wing mirrors just falls off as it moves past you, but you see this long vehicle moving past you on a junction ahead of you.
Oh, right, want to drive up just in front of it, then do a handbrake turn to come side on to the front of the vehicle to block its path and create a roadblock with the car.
All right, give me a driving roll.
Oh, a 2 on my first one, so...
A 2. You expertly drift the car around the corner and sort of get you first get alongside this rundown looking truck, and with a screech of tyres, you slam it into a lower gear, push yourself forward, and you slide in front of it. However, you very quickly realise that this vehicle, this large vehicle, is not slowing down. What are all three of you doing?
There's only one thing to do. A flashback. And I flash back to a period of time when we were in the warehouses after we had knocked Steve in the pile of boxes, and I had a moment and I was just browsing through the pile of boxes, and I happened upon a grappling hook and a gun to shoot it with, and we flash back, and I've got that in my pocket so we can shoot that at the truck so we can try and get on the truck before certain doom.
Just as planned. Roll for criminal. And move your point from bear to criminal and then roll for me.
Okay. So that's 4. 2. Yeah.
It's a success, isn't it? There we go. As you see this truck coming, you pull a grappling hook out of hammer space. You attach it to the sniper rifle, which has an attachment for grappling hook because I said so. You pick a spot just above the top of the truck and you launch it. You hear a satisfying clunk as the grappling hook sinks into the metal of the truck. You now have a grappling hook on a rope with which to do something with. What are the three of you doing? This truck is getting closer.
I mean, the rope's not going to be taut. This totally just...
I'll go to the boot of the car, get the stinger out, and deploy it.
All right.
No, don't do it. Well, burst all the tyres.
Yeah.
How we drive it away then?
Now we drive away in the police car.
But we won't have the honey.
Yeah, no, put the honey in the police car.
But
Truck's getting closer. What are you doing?
There's a whole truck full.
So
do something.
PB has a grappling hook attached to the truck. What are you all doing?
Like, you can try and run into the truck.
Okay.
Just drive the truck away.
Standing by the side of the road arguing.
So where are we in relation to the truck? We're still at the side of the road.
No, you're inside the police car. Although I think Bernie is attempting to go around to the boot.
So we've stopped.
You've stopped in front of, like, this truck is maybe seconds away from hitting you. What are you all doing?
I'm just gonna grab my hand, and then we'll pull the grappling hook taut, and then it will zoom us back into the truck, and we'll just lose the police car. If you all grab on.
Let's all grab on.
All right then.
You all grab onto PB, either one of her arms or her legs, or you just grab onto her.
I just sink my claws into her back.
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah,
That's the job I do with you.
You'll endanger him doing it.
PB, as you feel your comrades cling on to you for dear life, you flick your wrist and pull the grappling hook taut, and with a whip and a whoosh you are pulled out of the police car, and as you land with a thud on the roof of this vehicle, there is a smash and a crunch as the truck ploughs through the police car. You are on top of the moving honeycomb truck. What would you all like to do?
Make our way to the cab.
Yeah, easy enough to do. There's a cab sort of right in front of you. You can see that the windows themselves are blacked out and have been sort of reinforced in some way. The windows, ironically, are probably in the best condition out of the whole truck.
Is there a way in through the roof?
Don't we want to know which truck the honey's in first? Because it might not be in this one.
Yeah, but if we stop this one, will it stop the whole convoy?
Well, they said no.
Won't all the rest just crash into it?
Can't we just drive it away now? We've got if we take control of the front cab, we can just drive away.
Well, it's being led by the one at the back, though, isn't it? That's probably why he crashed into the police car, because he can't bloody see it.
So if we run to the back and then get in that way.
Yeah, we can crash into things. Yeah.
How can we tell which one's got the honey in? Can we see it?
Smell it?
You have a little sniff. I tell you what, let's have a roll for bear as you try to sense the honey.
From all of us, or?
Yeah, from all of you.
2.
5.
6.
All right. PB and Bernie, you're sort of sniffing around. All you're getting is the scent of engine oil and muck. Baz, you get the sense. You do catch a whiff of honey. You can't pinpoint exactly where it is, but it definitely seems to be drifting from somewhere further behind where you currently are. Don't ask how that works with the physics of being on the front of a moving vehicle.
Right.
But you smell. You get a sense of honey. You get a scent of honey somewhere near the back, not right at the back, but near the back of the.
It's not this one. Can we jump from truck to truck? Are they too far apart?
Yeah, you absolutely can. So the trucks themselves are connected by these big rubber tubes. Basically, imagine a massive bendy bus. That's what it is.
Right. Well, it's not this one. We need to move back.
Okay.
We need to, I can smell honey. Let's just keep going backwards.
Makes sense you'd smell it because you're a honey and a badger.
So even the real bear.
You know, I never thought about that before, but you're probably onto something there.
There. Well, you're just a bear badger we want for this job.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's jump on to the next one. See if the smell gets any stronger.
Yeah, it does indeed start to get stronger. You start making your way a bit further down the truck. After you've hopped kind of across 6 carriages, the smell is starting to get stronger. Still not kind of directly below you or anything, but the smell is starting to get stronger. And as you get onto this sixth truck, this 6th carriage, Bernie, you look over your shoulder and you can see that approaching ahead is what is a very low bridge, a bridge which you suspect might be in the area that you had been directed to by Steve. But this bridge is very, very low. Like the truck is passing under it with like millimeters to spare. What are you all doing?
Oh. Dig into the rubber tube with me claws to drop through.
Yeah, we need to get off the top of the truck and hang on the side or something.
Yeah, so you're going to cut your way into the tube, is that correct?
Yeah, with me claws.
Roll for bear.
2, yeah.
6.
Go. So one success is enough there as Bernie flicks his claws out and carves a hole into the tube and drops down inside. Do the other two of you follow? Right. You drop inside the tube and you see standing there two very startled looking guards wearing the same uniforms that you had seen previously. One of them's hand goes to his hip to grab a radio. What do you all do?
Set on him.
Have you still got the rifle?
Yeah, PB's still got the rifle.
I think I'm going to bring on the carnage.
All right, let's have a roll for bear, Neil. Roll twice and use the lowest.
6 both times.
Oh, mate, that is unfortunate.
Be great if we were playing something else.
It would, wouldn't it? So yeah, you fly into a honey badger rage there, Baz, and you rush towards these two guards, aiming to try and take out the one with the radio first, but they sidestep you and you slam face first into the door. That's incredibly frustrating. Move a point from criminal to bear. PB and Bernie, what are you doing?
I was just going to sit on the one with the radio so he couldn't use it.
You want to sit on him? Sure, roll for bear.
You're not a koala, you know.
Yeah, I know, I'm a giant panda. I'm probably quite heavy.
Yeah, because koalas drop on people from trees.
Do they?
They drop on their prey, yeah.
Yep, it's the most dangerous drop bear. Yeah. Don't Google it, you don't need to.
Okay. Oh, one!
Yeah, so as Baz slams into the door and begins frothing even more angrily, you just quite simply lumber up to this guard who looks quite confused as he's trying to think about what to do, and you just kind of get up on your hind legs, sort of suddenly 9 feet tall, and just flop onto him. No. Boof. And the radio is kind of held limply in his sort of twitching hand. Bernie, what are you doing?
I'll go to the other one. I'll try and speak. I'm guessing it's a human guard, is it?
This is a human guard, yes.
I'm going to try and speak as humanly as I possibly can. And I'll say, "It's all right. We're not bears. You're wanted in another truck."
Roll for criminal, please.
Oh no! Got a 3.
Is that you're on 2
fail.
criminal?
Yeah, 2
okay.
criminal.
He sort of looks at you and he goes, "What?" And then he goes for his truncheon. Roll for bear for me, Bernie.
Oh no, a 5.
He bonks you on the nose, Bernie, and this sort of shakes you out of your feigned humanness for a second. Quite frustrating being hit like that. Move a point from criminal to bear. Baz, what are you doing now? You've run face first into the door.
Well, I've become even more bear-like, so I'm gonna turn around and get this one remaining guard it's going to be carnage again. And he hopefully...
Roll for bear, roll twice and take the lowest.
4. But I've got 5 points for bear.
Excellent, there we go. So that will be a success. You dive, having bounced off of this door, you see this other guard whack Bernie on the face with his truncheon, and you literally dive at him and tear his throat out with your teeth and your claws. As blood splatters Hammer Horror style across the whole interior of the cabin.
So bright red.
Yeah. The guard gives off a Wilhelm scream. What would you like to do?
Is there honey in this room?
There is not, although the scent is a lot stronger. You think it's probably it's not in the next carriage. It's maybe the carriage after that.
Let's keep going.
I'll get the radio and destroy it.
Yeah, easy enough to do. You stomp on it and it smashes into tiny pieces.
Listen to them.
There we go. All right, so you proceed into the next carriage, you proceed into the next carriage, which seems to have some various general event staff sort of moving around, setting things up. They see you enter. They don't seem to pay you too much mind as you do so. There is one chap looks like a sound engineer or something. Seems to be setting up some speakers, presumably to play some music. Once again, sort of looks at the three of you walking through the carriage, does a bit of a double take, and focuses on the hats that you're all wearing, and thinks nothing more of it. And you continue past him into the next doorway.
Of course, we're in guards' uniforms still, aren't we?
Yes, you are. I'd forgotten about those. So yeah, you head to the next. You head to the next carriage, and as the door opens, you find two more guards standing guard on the inside, and they look at you and they say, "Oh, Jeff, this isn't your shift. What you doing here?"
Yeah, you're relieved. You can take a break. We've been told to take over.
Roll for criminal, please, Baz. Because this is a face thing, you can roll twice and take the lowest.
I've only got one, so I think I'm going to have to do a flashback.
Yeah, do your flashback.
And recall the time when we were in the cafe, waiting for Steve to do his stuff. I noticed a couple of security guards at another table, and they were talking about how long their shifts were, and if there was something they could do about something. Yeah, these guys would be relieved to be relieved early.
And funnily enough, it was these two exact security guards having that conversation. Move your point from bear to criminal, and then make your roll.
Still only 2. 2!
Yay!
There you go. And they sort of look at you, confused for a second, and they go, "Oh, that's all right then. Well, we'll see you at lunch, eh?" And
see you there.
They toddle off away from the door.
This is the one. This is the carriage we want. So we just need to separate it.
So is there honey here?
Honey's here.
Is the bee here? Your Majesty! Is there honey in a bee?
The bee you can't see, but you are all getting a very strong smell of honey from inside, inside the next carriage. And in fact, as you open the door, you are met just with an overpowering smell of very sweet, very, very sweet honey. So much so that you can all move a point from bear to criminal. As you start dreaming of the riches of this place that this could offer you.
It came at a good time.
Yeah, so you open that. Yeah, like the walls of this carriage are lined with honey. There are blocks of honey. There is honeycomb. There are sort of beehives with no bees in them. Suitcases, jars, all sorts of things. Honey in every form you can imagine is in this. Is arrayed in this carriage. And as you step into the carriage, all the lights in the carriage go out, and you see red laser beams begin to crisscross the path that you're in.
We forgot about this.
Flashback to when I watched Entrapment.
Entrapment was showing in the cafe where you did your
Yes! Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That's it. Yeah, move your point from bear to criminal. What does PB do?
Alright. So PB is still a giant panda and not suited to this task whatsoever. Carefully maneuvers the way while making like pretty dance moves and looking pretty cute while doing so to get to the honey. I assume is where we want to get to.
It is.
Yes.
You can see that there is what looks to be a control panel, kind of right in the centre of the carriage, that you think you could shut off these lasers from.
Yeah. So I'm going to pirouette my way through these beams and whatnot to there.
Yeah. Roll for criminal.
Okay. So I have to get under 5, which I didn't. I'd like to.
There we go. Very nice. You watch as PB sort of. Perhaps it's this form-fitting guard uniform that's giving her some extra mobility. She darts and leaps and dips, ducks, dives and dodges her way through these laser beams, and she finds her way to what looks to be a control panel. What would you like to do with it?
Push the red button.
Push the red button. There is a red button on it. You push the red button. As you push the red button there, PB, an alarm sounds throughout the whole carriage. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And as you hit the red button, the lasers do go out, but you see a screen drops down from the far end of the carriage, which crackles with static for just a second. Before appearing on it, you see a bear, a hairless bear with yellow skin and a red top, sits there with his fingers steepled around. You can see a small bee inside a cage, and he says to you, well, you've fallen into my trap, agents of the dawn. You see, I knew he was coming, therefore I rigged this place to blow. See you in hell in approximately 3 minutes' time. The transmission cuts off, the screen disappears, the bear disappears, and a timer begins counting down in the carriage, starting from 3 minutes going downwards. What are you all doing?
Oh, panicking.
Right, who's the best criminal at the moment?
I have 5 points in criminal.
PB, see if you can disarm it.
Yeah. Right, I will. The lasers are down, so I'll run over to where the bomb thing is, and can I even use scissors as a bear?
I mean, you have natural scissors.
Oh yeah, good point. I'll use those. I'm sorry, I'm just so into my criminal side at the moment that I've almost forgotten that I'm a bear.
That's it. Yes, you can indeed see the bomb. You didn't see it beforehand because it was hidden behind a teetering pile of crockery, which fell over when you hit this alarm, and it's now revealed to be this very classic cartoon bomb. You know, it's a big black ball with like a wick that's kind of burning down. But as you get to it, you realise that that's just like a visual thing. It is an actual bomb that you might need to have to defuse, and you find a panel and you fling it open. There are wires everywhere in front of you. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna cut the wire.
Which wire? Or
the right one.
Does it not matter? The right one, okay. Please roll for criminal.
I rolled a 1.
A 1, there we go. You sort of you stare at all these wires. You're not sure which one, if any, are going to be right. But you quickly reason to yourself, if there are no wires, nothing can happen. And you reach in a clawed, bared fist, and you rip out everything that's inside the bomb. The timer beeps for a second, and then shuts off.
Great, we didn't die again.
Right, so presumably there's a cab to this truck.
We've got the honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we ain't got the bee.
I don't think they're going to be on the train.
Let's take the honey. The bee will follow.
As you're having this conversation, the roof of the truck opens up, and descending in a cloud of smoke, you see the same yellow-skinned, hairless bear with a red top drifting down on a platform made of metal. He sort of hovers to a stop and then turns to face you. Well, you seems you bested my trap. Come on now, this is it, the final battle. Let's see what the Don's lackeys are worth.
It's the honey games.
What would you guys like to do?
You've still got that rifle handy.
Yeah.
I'd like to pick up one of the shards of crockery and I hope this works, drive it into his chest.
All right. I think that's going to be a roll for... Do you know what? It's ambiguous enough, you can choose.
Can I roll twice because I said drive?
Do you know what? It's super, super tenuous, but we've already run over a little bit. Fuck it, I'll allow it.
I'll use bear. Hey, and I got with the first roll anyway.
So yeah, you leap forward, grabbing this shard of crockery there, Bernie, and you drive it into the Pooh's chest, and you sort of drive it into him. He's a lot more muscular than he appears. He's actually quite ripped, and the crockery you do penetrate a bit, but it doesn't go anywhere near as far as you think it should. And the crockery kind of breaks in your hand as you impale him, and he looks at you and he says, "Ha ha ha ha! Puny polar bear, is that the best you can do? What is everybody else doing?"
I think it's time for carnage.
Okay, so Baz starts frothing at the mouth and leaps towards the Pooh. What are you doing? Roll for bear, please. Roll twice and take the lowest.
The first one's a 2, so I'll take that.
There you go. And you leap forwards and you start thrashing onto the Pooh, sort of tearing. You tear away his red t-shirt to reveal not a 6-pack, not an 8-pack, an absolute 12-pack. This guy is completely jacked and ripped for some unperceptible reason. You carve into his flesh, there's blood flying everywhere, and the whole time he just laughs. Ha 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 ha! I thought you were stronger than that, honey badger. Come on, what else have you got?
Well, that's it, ready?
PB, what are you doing?
Alright, I will take this rifle, I will aim square between his eyes, and I'll take a shot.
Roll for criminal.
And I rolled a 5, and I think I'm still on 5.
You were on 5 the last time, so I think that is a success. You roll. You pick up the rifle there, PB. You pick it up. You sight down the Pooh. You pull that trigger, and as there is a deafening blast of noise from the rifle, the Pooh looks in your direction and says, "Oh no, my natural weakness, bullets." Before his head explodes backwards and he goes limp in the arms of Bernie and Baz.
I don't think he'll be back. Right, is the bee here in the cage?
So as the poo goes limp in your arms and falls to the ground, you see that two things drop out of his hands. The first is a tiny golden cage containing a bee, quite large for a bee. You see that the bee is wearing quite a frilly dress, has a ruff around its neck, and is carrying a scepter. And the other thing that drops out of the poo's hand is a small cylindrical device with what looks to be a button of some sort on the top, which begins to flash. Beep, 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 beep. What are you all doing?
Chuck the cylindrical device out of the truck via the roof. To the side.
All right. So roll a... That's not really bear thing. Roll for criminal, please. If you're sat at home thinking this is really stupid and mad, it is. You're correct.
Yeah, I got a 1.
1. There you go. Yeah, you expertly pick up this beeping device there, Bernie. Sort of rushing back through the carriage to the hole you'd made previously. You toss the cylindrical device up into the air. There is a soft explosion from somewhere in the distance, and you feel the truck you are on come to a shuddering stop.
Okay. I'll go to the cab to see what's occurring there.
You go to the cab of the truck that you're in, and you see you see the rest of the convoy disappearing into the distance. You seem to have somehow disconnected the honey carriage from the rest of the convoy. What are you guys doing?
I think I'm going to take this opportunity to eat some honey.
Eat some honey, okay. So, as PB, as you start eating some honey, you remember how good this stuff tastes, and the mere act of eating the honey is enough to let you move a point back from criminal to bear.
I'll get in the driver's seat. First I'm going to have a flashback to when we were talking about formulating the plan in the first place, and one of the big things was that Bernie was going to be the driver of one of these trucks. And imagine that visualization at the time of how it felt and comparing that to now.
Yeah, absolutely. Move that point back.
Okay. And with that, I'm going to get in the driver's seat and start heading towards the A4.
Yeah!
Right. Please roll for driver.
Please don't fuck it up.
Okay. First one's a 3, which is what I needed.
That's beautiful. And so as Bernie sort of starts putting the truck into gear and starts wheeling you onto a side street, what are PB and Baz doing?
Gorging myself.
Gorging honey.
Gorging honey, all right. In that case, as you just start eating the honey that's there, you may each move another point from criminal to bear.
Mm-hmm.
And yep. So Bernie, you start steering the truck towards the A4, and before long you find yourself on the open road as the truck disappears off into the sunset as you hit the M4 proper. As just as you do so, you hit something in the cab, Bernie, and Kenny Loggins starts playing on the stereo for everybody to hear. And that is where we're going to end the game, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, danger zone.
That was pandemonium.
It was pandemonium. That was amazing. Nice one. Tales from the 20 Side is a Feegle Films production in association with Juicy Falls, music by Nazar Ryback from hooksounds.com, editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com. Thank you, guys. Sorry the ending was a bit rushed, but
no, it was really good.
I really enjoyed that.
Good.
That was fun.
I mean, when you said like, "Oh, we can finish this off in one more episode," I'm thinking,
yeah. That wasn't meant as a challenge, Stu. That wasn't meant as a challenge.
How long can we drag this out for?
Oh, fantastic! So normal service will resume next week for our listeners.
Yes, it will. And maybe hope this isn't necessarily the end of the story. Maybe in a future special we can revisit what happens after those crazy bears took a truck of honey down the M4.
Did we ever get to Honeyfest? And what about the padding Don? How are we going to let him know where we are?
Are we going to double cross him?
Yeah. And what about the Pooh's henchman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe with all this honey, we can be the new Dons.
Maybe. Henchmen
Yeah,
are just
the
henchmen,
BT.
aren't they? They don't have any agency themselves.
Maybe.
They just do what they're told.
Yeah. Well, we got the bee mummy. We can give it to our friend the bee daddy.
Yeah, you got the queen. You did get the
Nice.
queen. You did get the queen of all bees. Once exiled, now returned. And again, that is all stuff that is in. So everything we've done tonight is in the game. Like when I was having you roll d6s earlier, I was having you roll for random elements. So things like what the extra treasure was than just honey, where it was happening.
Okay.
The security stuff. I also rolled for a plot twist as well, which obviously I didn't get you guys to do because that would have given it away. But the plot, there are some quite fun plot twists. You can have a lot of fun with this. Like everything is presented as a kind of almost like a writing prompt. Like it gives you it gives you the bones, and then you make the rest work from there. So that entire game we've played tonight and across the last couple of episodes was made pretty much entirely from 4 dice rolls. Like that is Honey Heist. That's how this game works, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.